Thruxton is so important. It's our local round, many thousands of customers from the Kawasaki shop, and obviously Kawasaki customers throughout. But yeah, local, and this year it's in August, which is fantastic. Normally the heavens are open, which we did see yesterday, but today the sun's shining, and yeah, we're looking forward to a great day. We've got 2 new riders this year. We've got Dan Linfoot and Howie Mainwaring. On the negative side, Howie unfortunately suffered a bad injury at Snetterton in pre-season testing, and he's just coming back to form now. He scored points well at Brands Hatch. But for Dan Linfoot, it's a different story. Dan's jumped on the Kawasaki, first time ever on a Kawasaki ZX10, and he's really been phenomenal. He's gained progress every single round. He's building himself up, and now we're on the front row at Thruxton, which for me is absolutely fantastic.
This is Linfoot. Quattro Plant Kawasaki needs to improve a bit. He's down in 8th place, so I need to look for a better qualifying position. He's got 3rd. He goes 3rd behind Smerts and Brooks.
Yeah, obviously halfway now through BSB 2014. Currently 7th in the standings, 6 points behind Walker in 6th, which is obviously for the showdown spot. I scored in every round. The last 3-4 rounds I've been 5th, 6th, 6th, 7th, 6th, 7th all the time. So strong results on the edge of the top 5. Coming to the part of the season now where I need to try and up those points tally per round to try and get me a little bit closer to the showdown or secure the showdown shot. So the plan here for Thruxton is, as the last few rounds have been, to try and get away as close as I can to the front guys. No stupid errors, fingers crossed, no breakdowns, and just try and get in with the fast group and bring home as healthy points as I can do.
Got quite a bit of work to do, but yeah, the bike's good. Team's working hard to try and improve it, and I think the fitter I get, the better the results will sort of come. But it's quite hard at the minute, and the teammates doing a fantastic job, so it's always a little bit more pressure on me as well.
What a racing prospect, 20 laps ahead of him as Kuba Smerts. No, he doesn't get the start, he gets an awful start. Oh no, Kuba gets sucked back into the pack straight away, and Josh Brooks is wrestling with Dan Linfoot. Is that Linfoot who's copped the advantage? Dan Linfoot, who keeps talking about the fast boys as if he's not one of them, is there at the front, leading from Josh Brooks and Shaky Byrne. Onto the 5th lap of 20 then. 4 laps complete in this hectic start to proceedings at Thruxton. Linfoot, Brooks, Byrne, Rutter, Walker, Smerts now up to 6th place.
As Brooks slides up the inside of Linfoot now.
Finally he gets to the right side of Dan and makes the pass, just slides beneath him as they go into the club chicane. So the lead for the first time then for Josh Brooks as they complete 7 laps out of 20. 2nd for Linfoot, for Kawasaki, and then the PBM Kawasaki. That's the Quattro Plant Bournemouth Kawasaki running 2nd.
Here's Linfoot, he's not giving up on that 2nd.
Linfoot might get a draft down here, but we know how late and thorough Byrne is on the brakes as they drop down Woodham Hill into the club chicane. They're topping 195 miles per hour down there into that final chicane. So a good ride by Howie Mainwaring, smart in the middle of those 3, because still coming back from that severe shoulder injury he suffered in pre-season testing.
Yeah, it's affected the feeling in his hands. You know, he says 3 or 4 laps in, he can't even feel what he's doing with the sort of controls. It's a bit scary, really.
Now this is Church as they clip through that 4th gear, 125 miles per hour. Then, Keogh just burning rubber on the exit, and that gets him the drive he wants. Swoop round the outside of the Kawasaki. Does the BMW have the speed? Does it have the brakes now? And the answer is yes. He just eases his way through. Dan just has to let the Japanese samurai of slides stick it underneath him. Josh Brooks, Milwaukee Yamaha, wins it cleanly, and it's Shaky Byrne who comes across the line after a huge moment for Yuichi Kiyodari coming out of the final chicane. Speedy fastest lap goes to Quattro Plant Bournemouth Kawasaki's Dan Linfoot for that pretty blazing 4th place on bike number 4.
Well done, everybody. Well done, Johnny.
Yeah, I'm happy. The team have done a fantastic job. Quattro Plant Bournemouth Kawasaki have put a fantastic bike underneath me, and the speed of the bike's incredible, so makes my job a little bit easier to ride the bike, but certainly a little bit of a grip issue then. The last 6-7 laps were quite difficult, and on the last 3 or 4 just dropped off the back of Shaky when Keogh came strong in the end, but taking a lot of confidence from it, and heard on pole position for race 2, so I'm happy with that, and I just want to keep building. Like, just had a little chat with Shaky, and he says, you know, don't do anything daft, just keep improving as you are, and I think it'll come in the end. So yeah, fantastic job, thank you.
Thruxton awaits British Superbikes Race 2 2014. Great start by Shaky Byrne. He just absolutely creams it through Allards on the Paul Bird Motorsport Rapid Solicitors Kawasaki. Right alongside him though, is that Dan Linfoot?
It is Dan Linfoot.
Dan's changed. Dan's decided he can have a dig at these boys.
You changed, Dan.
Linfoot there in second place. Look at Brooks though. Brooks this time wastes no time at all because he doesn't want to see Shaky Byrne disappear up the road.
Yeah, see Linfoot though cut to the inside. He knew that Brooks would have to run a little bit wide after spearing up the inside into the corner. Linfoot's using it. One thing Linfoot always has had through his 125 experience, he's always had big mid-corner speed, and sometimes on the big bikes with lots of power that works against you, can you believe, because you can't open the throttle as quick when the bike's on its side, but you can use that to your advantage because you're on the side of the tyre for so long.
The safety car is out because of Bridewell's blow-up, we think, on the approach to the chicanes. So
Yeah,
there's a long line of oil from Tommy Bridewell's Yamaha. The red flag has gone out here at Thruxton. 15 laps ahead of them, and another brilliant start by Shaky Byrne. How well has he got those starts together? Chianari tries to go the long way around the outside. Walker gets underneath Josh Brooks, and Nexa's third place, so Josh does not get the start that he wants. The three Kawasaki's running at the front. Look at Dan going round the outside, or trying to go round the outside of Shaky through
That's
Church.
a hideously long way around at Church at 125 miles an hour.
And he once again tries to get alongside. Walker switches to the right-hand side, got the double bubble there. Chianari's looking to get underneath Josh Brooks. I think he might.
Nasty.
Brooks looks round in some surprise. Linfoot tries to get back up the inside, and Walker refuses to yield. He's got the good defensive line. Brooks gets around the outside and chops his way through on the inside of the chicane, and it works.
It does, and it was a block pass, but it was a fairly clean one for that. It was.
Dan Linfoot has the inside line through Allards. That was the result of Walker just getting his progress kind of stulted as he went. Is that a word?
Well,
as he went through the chicane. And James, look who's in 9th place. That is quite a ride.
It is impressive because he is still injured. He's Howie Mainwaring smart.
And he's ahead of Stuart Easton, Patrick Muff, Josh Waters, Jakob Smerts, Kuba having to fight his way through. There he is just in the background of that picture. But for Howie, this is a fairly prodigious effort and looking very impressive. There they are. This is Keogh trying to get back past. I would think the BMW would have the sheer speed.
I don't think there'll be anything in the Kawasaki and the BM. A little bit of help from the slipstream there has just aided Chianari getting under the. That's a nice clean move from Chianari. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Victory for Josh Brooks. Milwaukee Yamaha does the double ahead of Shaky Byrne and Yuichi Chianari. Dan Linfoot, another very fine fourth.
Another 4th place, bring it home. I'm trying to play the consistent game and keep these points coming. I didn't want to risk anything. I had a couple of moments with the rear, so I just thought bag the points and go to the next one because it's still my best 2 results all year. So I'm really happy. We move on to Alton Park now, and 5th in the championship joint with Chris. So it's looking good. It's all tightening up, and we've got a few races before the showdown. So it's time to get aggressive, I think.